Are you serious? Are we serious here? Seriously? Putin? Boot
Are you
scooting?
serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Boot scooting, shooting, nuking Putin. What? Yes. Putin says that the nuclear threat that he's been making is real. Let me tell you all about it in just a second. But first, let's put a shout out right now for noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. $2,000. That's where gold is headed. The growth will continue throughout 2023, with gold prices remaining elevated at an average price right now of $2,086 an ounce. All this is according to the Bank of America. And it looks like they're right. At the beginning of December, gold crossed the $1,800 an ounce and still climbing. They believe that throughout the year 2023, it will get to over $2,086. That's a pretty big increase. If this year has taught us anything, it's that tangible assets are the only assets you can count on, like gold. It's time to open a gold IRA. Crypto keeps on tanking. Stocks, way too volatile. Gold in your IRA is steady. So what are you waiting for? It's not too late. Thousands of people have retired comfortably with the help of Noble Gold Investments and their gold and silver IRAs. If you've been a hesitant investor, but one of a handful of Americans who can go for the gold and silver in your IRA, now's the time to act. If you do it now before the year ends, they'll give you this for free, this beautiful 3 ounces of pure silver collector's coin. It's pure silver, 3 ounces of the silver American virtue coin. Thomas Jefferson on the front. It's yours for free. And if you just set up a gold or silver IRA with $20,000 or more, roll it over, guys, and get in the game at noblegoldinvestment.com. And that, or call them at 877-646-5347 and tell them that Pastor Paul sent you there. All right. Well, it's true. Boot, scooting, Putin is nuking and shooting, and he's seriously talking about nuking. It is not a good thing. We're very concerned about it. Let me tell you what's been going on right now. Putin he's insisting right now. He is insisting that Russia hasn't gone mad, and the threat of nuclear war is rising. Vladimir Putin has warned the risk of nuclear war is growing, but rolled back on that some saber rattling. The Russian president said, and his military would defend ourselves with all means at our disposal. So, what does that mean, really? Well, what he's saying is that he's not ruling out using nukes. He means it, guys, when he says it. He is absolutely serious about this. And what's concerning is that some think that maybe he has gone over the edge when it comes to his thought process, his rationale, his logic. Now, he made these comments during a televised meeting on television where he discussed the ongoing assault on Ukraine at length, admitting it could be a very long war, but stopped short of signaling further mobilization of reserves. 10 months ago, in an operation the Kremlin believed would be over in days, Vladimir Putin resorted to taking up Russia's nuclear capabilities before he made reference to his nuclear arsenal again, but denied considering using them, saying, "We have these means in more advanced and modern form than any other nuclear country. That's an obvious fact," he said. "But we aren't about to run around the world brandishing this weapon like a razor." That's what he said when he first started. But in a rare admission, President Vladimir Putin said the war, which he calls a special military operation, could be a long process. I told you, it's a war of attrition for him and his wars against the Ukrainian civilization or population. Putin says no sense in additional military mobilization for now. And after failing to achieve a rapid victory and suffering humiliating setbacks, the Russian government has been reluctant to provide any sort of timescale. Analysts expect fighting to continue through the winter, and there does not appear to be any realistic hopes of peace talks or a ceasefire. He said there was no sense in calling up more reserves for the time being after drafting 300,000 people to fight last September and October. Putin said that out of the total 150,000 were now deployed in Ukraine. Of those, 77,000 were in combat units and the remainder performing defensive functions. What does that mean? Well, it means they're all at war, and many of them are on the front line. It's a dangerous time for the people of Russia and the people of Ukraine, to be quite honest. We're living in very dangerous times, ones that we really didn't want to see come to pass, but they have. And so our prayers go out for everyone in the region, all of Europe and the world, really, because we're on the brink of World War III. And that, folks, is the truth. Okay, they're messing with me.
God, I'm so scared for this crooked generation. You even find faith in the earth when you bring down revelation. Forgive us now the sins of our youth, worshiping the idols that knew everything but the truth. Teach us how to uncorrupt our minds. Show us now what we still have to tell. We need you, Yeshua. Holy, holy, hallelujah. We need you, Yeshua. Holy, holy, hallelujah. We abandon everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the stream. How much will we see before the fire falls? Lord, could this really be the last altar call? We need your blood over the doorposts of our hearts. Anoint us with your fiery love as the praise and worship starts. You, Yeshua. Holy, holy, hallelujah. We need you, Yeshua. Holy, holy, hallelujah. We abandon everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the streets. Oh, we abandon everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the streets. We abandon everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the street. We abandon everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the street.
I'll be back, guys, with more. Don't forget, 7 o'clock, I'll be at Freedom Fellowship on ffctv.show.